All right, so Joe Merch ring cabinet. It's gonna be pretty straightforward to assemble, to build and stuff, but just good putting it together, just kind of make sure all the details are, it's kind of fiddly, make sure all the details are there. Um, so you've got your 3/4 inch plywood that you're using for all the Margaritaville stuff already. You'll have all your 090 parts, you'll have your returns, backer, face ring, stuff like that, standoffs, and you'll have a little white on white 063. That goes directly to the first shop because it gets a graphic on the front of it. Got your pattern. So the idea is it's going to be a shoebox cabinet. The red here goes against the wall, and you're just going to weld rings around the backside of this, and then this whole assembly will come off along with along with the wood there. So the whole thing will just come off, and then the LEDs, you'll have LEDs that go around the perimeter here, and then you'll also have LEDs that go on the inside, and then whatever little LEDs you have on the inside here, there's a ring. You'll have your ring. So if you put the LEDs around this ring here, you'll have a reference kiss on the backer. If you put the LEDs around that, then the idea is the light will bounce up, and you'll have a little 1/2 inch gap here between the white with the graphic, and the light's going to come around and create a glow around the inside of the ring. So you'll have glow on the outside to the wall, and then you'll have glow on the inside that comes out and puts a glow around around this part here. So take the face, put it face down. You'll have a reference kiss here on the back side of the face, and start with your. I'd probably start with your small guys here, and these little 1-inchers. These go all the way around the perimeter on the outside, like a reverse channel letter. Just put it all the way around. That's just like that. That's this guy here, and that's where you're going to stick the LEDs. And then what you're going to do is take the 2.5 inch one and put it on the inside of the reference kiss. The reference kiss is 0.156, so you'll have plenty of room. And make sure it's to the outside of the reference kiss. So you'll have this reference kiss here. So make sure that you put the 090 return in there and weld it, but push it to the outside of that. That way it will clear the backer. Otherwise, it's going to be bad news. So again, just look for that reference kiss. Make sure it's pushed to the outside of that reference kiss and weld it all the way around. So start with the 1 inch first so you can get in there with your gun, and then put this one in and burn that. And then on the backer, same thing. You're just going to go around the perimeter. I went ahead and notched the top and the bottom, so that way you can clearance these guys here. So you'll have that bend. See here, so you'll have that 90 bend there, and then you'll bring this around. That way you'll have room. And then I went ahead and notched the backer piece for you. So one side will run long, the other side will run, short up against it, and then you can burn it nice. So that's what these guys are for. I went ahead and put little slots in here too. That's going to allow you to get your power in. So you'll have your power leash from this go all the way around. Keep it small, keep it tight, and then you can sneak it through any of these slots and allow the power to come through here and get into the cabinet. And then, yeah, so like I say, you'll just have this ring. You'll have a reference kiss around here that you'll put your LEDs for on the inside to shoot up against the cabinet there. The face is just going to be routed as a full solid ring, but JR's talking about using this paper pattern to then take a grinding cutting wheel, and you're just going to make score marks in the wood to make it look like it's planks. But it's important that the pattern of the plywood, make sure it lines up with this paper pattern. So that way it doesn't, you don't have cross grain with these woods and it doesn't make any sense. They're supposed to look like planks. So look for that paper pattern and you'll lay that out and just make score marks, like I say, with your cutting wheel. And then I guess that's for paint and everything. So, and then the internal part. So what you're going to do is you're going to have 5 of these little guys here. You're just going to bend them up, cleco them on, and go ahead and lords these 5 pieces, and they're just going to sit there, and they're going to be where you double stick tape the 063 to. So once you get all of this together, you're just going to go ahead and put the 063, which is right there, you're just going to double stick tape it to these bars, and that's going to keep it floating off just right. So that's what those are for. So make sure those get lords to the backer once you get done welding it. You know, like say weld first, lords later. So weld all this up and then go ahead and lords those guys on there. But I think that should be it. It's pretty straightforward. It's just not a lot of room to work, but it's kind of, you know, should be pretty straightforward. So, all right.